Hey there, Palmute Maniac here, and we are doing some interesting stuff today. I just recently created a attack speed video featuring Esthea, and after I did that video, I decided to try to run an Esthea only hero lock team against Chapter 13, Phase 15, and believe it or not, the Estheas kept each other alive until round 14. They basically have such high attack speed. And for context, in my previous video, I went into how I could stack almost 1,000% attack speed on Esthea because of a couple different techniques. If you're interested in that, definitely check out my attack speed video with Esthea. But in any case, I was looking, I made it to round 14, and I was like, okay, so what I'm missing is damage, because Esthea doesn't have a lot of damage, especially with the attack speed build that I have for her. So I was like, who has sustain and can put out a lot of damage and can just be like a second person on this Esthea attack speed build? And it's Ren. I think it's Ren. So here's kind of what this build is trying to be. This build is Force Field Ren. Force Field Ren. So we have Ren, and yes, I spent some dollars on the skin because honestly, it wasn't even for the skin. It was for the frame. Like, this frame is so good. It's the best frame ever. And when I'm in my alliance, it just, it looks good. There's my frame. It's shiny, it's spiky, I listen to lots of metal music, so it's right in my alley. But anyway, so I was thinking, let's do Ren, and I have Ren at 19, and if I had another 5,000 gold, we can get her to 20 for this video, but it is what it is. So, the build is magic armor, which gives her plus 30% protection gain. Okay, so all the protection that she would get from another hero, she's getting plus 30% of that. And with our Esthea, I think is how you pronounce her name. Let me look at the word again. Esthea, yeah. We are doing Touch of Embrace. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want the fastest attack speed possible. And we're mixing Touch of Embrace with Siriong's Uplift. So Uplift will stack every time the hero that she's linked to does a skill, she gives them higher attack speed. The spell power is wasted on her, but the attack speed isn't, because Esthea, 120% times 0 is still 0. So it tears and eyes. But in any case, we go back to Ren. So we are doing, we're going to try to give her as much protection as humanly possible. So my goal is 1 Siriong, 1 overpowered carry Ren, and 4 Estheas, who are going to be her shield battery. Now, on my Ren, I have to increase her attack as high as possible. The problem is we got to clear people. So while we make her damn near immortal, we are doing crit build. So we're going to give her, as we've learned in my crit testing video, this crit that is attached to the sharpness set applies to both spell and attack damage. So we're going to have 40% crit chance on both her spell attack and her spell, her normal attack damage. So that's super good. And I did my best to build her an additional defense. So we have an additional 950 spell defense and 200 physical defense on the build. That's the best I could do with the 10,000 gold that I invested, plus a bunch of other breaking down stuff and all that kind of stuff. So not too bad. We do get a 4% attack speed. We do have some spell power. And we do have some other crit. I tried to get some spell crit in there, but I really wasn't. This was like a nice to have this was what I was really going for. She is my carry tank. She is the front line. And, so the idea here is if I do get to a 7th hero, I probably put a 2nd Seiyang on Ren herself. But Seiyang is going to be on Esthea because Esthea needs to generate an ungodly amount of protection to power up this 300 defense and to just keep her alive. So that's going to be our skill. So what's kind of yet to be determined is Full Blossom plus 2 stacks when target is killed. Is Full Blossom the better option, or is Sanguine Flowers the better option? So because this carry is also going to be primarily responsible for my damage, I'm going to hope that Sanguine Flowers is the way to go. If you are a Ren expert, please let me know what does higher damage output. I'll do some of my own testing, but I feel like Sanguine Flowers is a board wiper at 600%. Ren is going to be getting all my staffs. I'm not putting staffs on anybody else. So we're going to be giving her all of the magic power damage. So that's going to be where we're at. And the only other thing that I think I might consider is in my relic build, we might want to consider building out a decent blood relic. So I do have this blood relic, which doesn't give any attack speed to center. You probably can't see in the video, but currently Helm and range and my attack speed buff, this is primarily for Esthea, is giving Ren 95 attack speed and 56 spell damage bonus. But I'm thinking it would probably make more sense to build a blood relic for her, and I don't really ever invest in these relics so much. So I might want to consider a blood relic. So blood relic just puts her at 114. But what blood relic does, it's going to give her an additional mighty block, and it's going to give her a 30% chance to negate the destruction of a mighty block. So that's going to help me in 2 different ways. If we close this, it's going to bump Blood Altar and increase my final attack by 2.5. It's going to increase my spell HP drain, physical HP drain, which also might keep my Estheas alive with their insane attack speed. And it's going to give that additional mighty block. She's generating mighty blocks the entire game, right? So whenever she swings, plus 1 mighty block per target when Full Bloom is used. So she's going to be using Full Bloom whenever she gets to... She'll have 200% attack speed out of the gate. If she's generating mighty blocks, I think it makes sense for her to have this, and I might just have to invest into giving her more attack speed. That might be better than giving her an arbitrary additional staff. And she's getting all my staffs, so I don't know. I'm going to go with this. The other bonus is that my Esthea is actually going to get an additional 40 attack speed, the 35% attack speed in this column. So this is probably my better option. So yeah, so that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to do that. So since I'm testing, I'm not going to put myself through chapters 11, 12, and 13. I think my testing ground is going to be, we'll do a corruption or even like a normal chapter 10 Void Invasion. I just want to see if it works, and we will tweak, and then we'll kind of go up from there. So seeing if this works, I'm going to go here. Also, I have to farm gold because, we're going to put all 20 jalopies in this. I need to get my Ren to level 20, and I'm about 3,000 gold shy. So let's get started after all this talking and see if the Force Field Ren build is a is a concept that can work. All right, beautiful. So we got the Wrens coming in. We got a tier 2 Esthea. And because we're doing Hero Lock, I'm only going to get Wrens and Estheas for the first couple. And I got lucky enough to get, oh, that's amazing. I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell again. I need an Esthea. I have a 50-50 chance. And I cannot believe. All right, well, apparently the universe wants me to have 2 Wrens. So who am I? I'm just a mortal man. Out of the box, we're at 4. 363 additional attack speed. We definitely want, that's actually important. So this is the start of the build. Now the next couple of rolls, I want Estheas here. That's basically what we're looking for. I mean, Ren isn't even being touched. I am looking for, I guess we'll go here. We're not getting any more Estheas. I mean, we're starting to get a little bit of protection on there, but these are the easy rounds for us anyway. So far, nothing. We are getting our 4.55 attack speed. There is a problem I'm noticing, which is because I only have 1 Esthea, my Esthea is targeting my Seiyang for all of her mana. So what we might have to do is do Esthea way the hell over here and just get them closer to each other. She's still targeting Seiyang. I mean, we are still getting some. We were getting some here. But I think the key is going to be we need lots of Estheas for this to work. Because they're gonna target all kinds of stuff. I'll accept that. And we definitely want this. We definitely want this. So we'll do book. We'll do gold sword. Now Esthea gets plus 35% attack speed for every piece of equipment. So we want all the equipment on her. We want bows here. And I probably want to give her some stuff. And we finally have our second Esthea. So that's actually good. Oh, and there's stuff in the way. That's okay. Like, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. So let's change this here. Pop this. Probably drop that here, and let's keep going. Yeah, so Ren is, like, pretty indestructible because these guys are popping their special so often. The moment Ren loses a little bit of HP, they're already on top of giving her. There we go. We're almost there, guys. Mighty blocks are happening. Ren is still doing Ren things. Ren is doing not all the damage just yet, but that'll change. We're still doing our builds. All right, we are online. We are online. Boom. These tier 1 Estheas. By the way, this is phase 15, chapter 10. This isn't like a low level. I mean, it's not as high as the other ones are. Don't get me wrong, like the chapter 13s and stuff. But you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. They're just keeping each other alive. Like, everybody's pretty much going to be topped off with protection because of the insane attack speed. So, to review what's kind of going on here, yes, I will take that. And yes, I will take that. And yes, I will take that. So the review what's going on here is that we are at 633% attack speed. We're getting that because we have 3 other Estheas in play. These guys are also getting a decent amount of attack speed, actually a crazy amount. Each one has 30 MP. They're going to fill their MP and add a protection. And they seem to target the hero with the lowest HP. But what I'm finding is if that if the target with the lowest HP is already being cast on, they'll cast on somebody else. So having a whole bunch of them means like everyone's getting protection. And it's kind of crazy. So you kind of want to put a little bit of sword here, a little bit of sword here, and you want to spread your equipment out because the equipment is actually going to give them higher attack speed. So now we're at 5.3, 5.3, 5.53, and now you're at 7.08. So all of these guys are going to be giving each other, as long as they're not stunned, but that's where the mighty blocks come in. They all have 3 mighty blocks right off the gate, and there's a 30% chance the mighty block will get negated. So removal will get negated. So that's actually the idea behind the build. Anyway, Geek Fest over. Let's continue. Estheas is still doing respectable damage, but Ren is still doing okay damage. I think what's not helping her is that she's wasting time walking. That's okay. She is stopping these dudes from walking down towards my guys. So, she's doing her job. And she also doesn't have a Seiyang on her, so we're going to change that in a moment. There we go. Ooh, this is nice. I'm considering doing this. I mean, it doesn't add our attack speed, but it does increase the chance that it increases the number of people putting out protection. So the question is is this better than a Seiyang on Ren? I mean, who knows? Yeah. And they're just keeping each other alive. Apples are flying everywhere. Apples are flying everywhere. It's almost kind of like I'm considering this. I think this makes more sense. Maybe. In terms of damage, because Estheas is going to do about 300,000 damage, between 300,000 and 400,000 damage over the course of 30 seconds at 2-star, at tier 6. So she is definitely not a damage dealer. Whereas if you give Ren 30 seconds to put damage out, she's going to be putting, I think it's something like 700,000 at top tier. So my gut is make Ren attack faster, and let Estheas just support each other and keep her alive. So that's the dream. Estheas are immortal, and Ren's getting a little bit of attack speed juice and is benefiting from the spell power. I don't think I'm gonna be able to level Ren up. Yeah, it's just not in the card. So we're just going to go like this. Estheas are hanging in there. We only lost one. We only lost one Estheas. Okay. That's going to be a little rough in Chapter 13. I think Chapter 13 we get smoked. But we might be able to survive a Chapter 12. All right, get some spell power. We have yet to see. A full bloom from Ren, so we might want to consider not doing Sanguine Bloom and just let her. Yes, this is what we're doing, and just use her First Awakening. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to keep this right. And I'm intentionally just putting equipment on them. I'm not combining equipment. I'm just trying to raise their attack speed. So that's all we're doing. Okay. Everyone's getting protection. It's insane. Our sustain is really good. Our sustain is really good, and our attack is actually not bad. You know what would make this actually really good, but I would be afraid to do it, is a single Belina at gold tier. Dude, is Belina and Esthea like the dream team? Is that who I should have been building? But I don't have a sustain if I do that. So I don't know. We'll look into that. If you get too greedy, you bring your consistency down. And if I had a Belina, I would want to do a Sei Young on Belina, not on Ren. Yeah, dude. Ren is superhero Ren with 14,000 health. Let's just follow the protection on her. I don't even know where she went. There she is. I mean, these levels probably aren't even strong enough to do a full test. I don't even know if I need to do anything. We'd probably just win at this point. Maybe make Estheas stronger. I mean, we probably focus on getting our carries up there. But we usually roll a red book. This is why Blacksmith is usually so good. Ah, crap. Alright, so now we have to econ into our Gold Star 2 Ren. Not that we even need it, but if we want to max the potential, that's pretty much what we want to do. And then I probably just do just one more Esthea. Sell forever. So now we have our Gold Star 2 Ren. And we have so many Estheas. And going here. Alright. Everyone should be immortal. Because of protection. Yeah, so. Attack power, yeah, why not? I am curious. It's probably not going to be super impressive. I'm not going to worry about the silver. So like Esthea doesn't really have a lot of attack power. So Ren is going to break 1,000,000. So this is why Ren's your carry and not Esthea. Perfect example. Alright, so now let's try a real round on a real level. We're going to lose horribly, but we'll give it a shot. So first things first, let's see, I rolled Ren on my 6th day in the game, and I've now finally got her to level 20. I've been playing for probably a little over half a year. So this is finally level 20. That's crazy. All right. Well, that was a good little moment. Let's see. Is she any good? We'll do... I think that the yellow guys are going to disrupt my Estheas to the point where they won't be able to stop. They won't be able to create protection fast enough. But I think we might be able to do Void Elf Invasion. I'm going to try a Phase 9, because this is really a farming technique for me at the moment. And then if it's possible for me to do a Phase 9, I'll push supply to the next level. So let's see if this build, so Esthea, same exact build we just did. Let's see if it works in chapter, I guess this is 12. Oh no, I'm not doing this. Sorry. Chapter 12, thank you. Phase 9. And if it works, we'll try it. We'll try it in the next one. So we'll do that. This is going to be probably the longest video I've made, except for one of the newbie videos. But I just want to try this build out completely. I need money. Oh, thank God. So I do blacksmith altar because of that. I get I get more gold with blacksmith than I do with greed. And this is actually perfect. Not so perfect. Perfecter. And I pretty much want Seiyang at this point. Oh my goodness. So we're actually not so bad. So the damage output is decent. Ren is doing exactly what you would expect Ren to do. I'm gonna farm for a Seiyang. Though, honestly, I might be better off farming for another Estheas. Wow. We're doing pretty good. And right. Let's have a look. Book. I think it's book. Book here. And maybe a Seiyang here. And let's go. I'm going to go for another Estheas, I think, and we'll keep Seiyang on Ren. I think it's just better on Ren. And yeah, so that was a full bloom. That's exactly what we wanted. Look, 80,000 damage. So I think that definitely is the smarter move. I don't mind it going on Seiyang. I mean, I would rather it go on Ren, but you can't control these things. We're going to expand again. I'm going to do a second Ren. And we need to start scattering some relics on these guys just to increase their attack speed. And we'll give our main Ren this. So I think that might be what we do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, dude. So they're not even getting touched. And when they are being touched, the Estheas are immediately stuffing proc in there. So we do have an Estheas. I'm going to put a tier 1 right in the middle. Now, one thing to kind of remember is we are using a relic to give Estheas 1 additional range. I think that's going to be really important. Yeah, we're smoking phase 9. Curious to see what happens when we fight those guys who do the repeated AoE damage, if the Estheas can keep them alive through that process. So we shall see. So now we have 3 Estheas all firing at 500% attack speed. And they're going to be putting out almost 600 protection on the unit with the lowest health, almost maybe 3 times or 2 times a second. Or maybe once a second, depending on the attack speed. It's pretty damn fast, though. It's faster than the enemies can do damage. So unless somebody has a stun, like you're just gonna sweep. I'm gonna try to look for blue book. Oh, I want blue book. Greed. We don't get blue book. We get silver. Okay. I'm definitely going to say for the for expand, just for the extra Esthea, and then that'll be my finished build. There goes. Yeah, I think that second awakening ability is probably my main, because that's going to be my biggest AoE, so I think I have to keep it. Yeah, we'll keep armor. And we'll do this. Armor's good here. I'm just trying to give everybody one piece of equipment they don't already have to get their attack speed as high as I can. So that might not be the most efficient way to handle this, but that's the thing I'm trying to accomplish. Their attack speed needs to be so crazy that nobody can even lose health, right? Like, the moment they lose health, I need them to be topped off. And attack speed is a big part of that. So far, strong. And here we go. I don't want to put this on here. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. We'll get more. We'll get more. Okay. So Ren's Sanguine attacks are going to wipe the field. No one's dying. Even my tier 3 is having a lot of success. So when I play the harder levels, I don't think this is going to fly. I might have to focus more on Ren, but so far, I mean, there's a lot going on the screen right now. Ooh, I lost my first Ren. I lost a Ren, but I didn't lose my 2-star Ren. So this is the real test, guys. Alright, this is the real test. I need to give them HP, and no thank you. Maybe, oof, we'll see. Yeah, the Rens are staying alive, like that 70s song right now. Interesting. Come on, Blue Book. Come on, any book. The Dream! Nope, the Dream failed me. So, combine. I don't know if I regret that, but I might regret it. I didn't know why I had to keep tiering. I can't have 2 silver tiers. Oh man, bronze tier. Look at these apples, dude. These apples are going crazy. All right. Let's see. Kind of useless, but I'm just trying to see if I could get this Ren not to be so weak. Alright, silver, maybe. Just maybe. And oh man. Alright. Go here. Get the merge. Open up the slot for that. Go here. Drop this. Drop that. Alright. We sort of know what we're doing. Let's do it. So these guys heal themselves, these guys who do the spin attack, but I don't think it matters because my Estheas are immortal. My 2-star Esthea. My 2-star Esthea had, I think, like 18,000 HP. well, protection, I should say. That's really funny. It's the impenetrable wall of Estheas. We can get nothing good. I can't even see my mouse. Can I click on you? Please? Please? 17,000 protection. Yeah, that's really good. That's like crazy. Alright. I mean, at this point, we know we were going to be able to just walk through the rest of this. The only thing I'm concerned about is that the boss on round 20 has a very strong AoE. And if it can just wipe out my low tier Estheas, then, you know, it's kind of like, obviously it's a problem. You know? So, like, keeping the rank up going, I think, is important. Yeah, we're going to do this. This. And sure. All right. Nope. I think we finally lost Estheas for the first time, and it was because that one guy broke through. All right, well, here's the test of all tests. I'm going to put my Estheas on one side and try to center my Wrens. And my game crashed. I'm not sure exactly what you last saw, but we did win that one. Hopefully it didn't cut off at that point. We beat phase 9, so we're going to give phase 15, chapter 12 a shot. And I think what we're going to have problems with is probably going to be the damage output isn't high enough for this phase. All these guys are going to have an insane amount of HP. And we're not able to even get the game started. So, well, maybe. We'll see. Are we going to do phase 15 today? Yeah, I leave the crashes in. Because, you know, it happens all the time. Game crashes a lot in my emulator. I'm using a emulator for Windows to play it, so it crashes. It's very frustrating. Let's try that again. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to play this round. All right, seems like it's going to happen. I need to roll money. That's not money. Between the crashes, thank gosh. So I'm going to get my 27 gold, silver, not gold, it's silver. That is about what I want. Hopefully she only has 2,000 HP. I need another Wren. Is another Wren. Okay. We now have 3,038. This guy does a lot of attack. Like, so much attack. The protection is real. So far, we can beat one single one of those guys. Can we beat two of them? Every time she gets hit, she almost insta gets filled with protection. So that's good. We need this. Wow. Okay. I will take it. We've been rolling pretty good. If we lose, it's just a bad build. It's not bad roll. Our Wren is immortal, so we have that going for us. Yeah, the problem is damage output Damage output isn't there. Wow, dude. Alright, well that might have answered our damage output problems. We have our sustain, and we lost our Ren. Yeah, it just wasn't in the cards. So, can I get Blue Book? Blue Book? Blue Book? Okay. Whew. I don't know. I don't know. Our Ren is staying alive. We did have to watch an ad, but our Ren is staying alive. Phase 15 is tough. We don't get any more of those. I need Blue Book. I need Blue Book. I need Blue Book. I don't think I'm going to get Blue Book. I'll take money. I'll take money, and I will take a Seong. We lost our first Esthea. And we lost. Yeah, it's just not sustainable. Well, we did pretty good, guys. We got her. I think she could probably clear phase 15 this build. Looking at the build, I have a level 20 Ren. She's maxed out. Could this build work at phase 15? I don't know. It's possible that if I stack more attack speed on the center, she would have a higher attack. If Esthea is at level 17, there's probably an angle where I could throw a Belina in there, and maybe opposed to a Seong. Maybe instead of Seong, we do Belina, and we give her additional protection with Belina and Esthea. Like, that might be a trigger. But for right now, I'm happy. I can play this and win and farm with it. It's not a competitive build. It's a fun build. And Ren gets to be, powered up by a bunch of Estheas. It's pretty cool. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll keep working on it. If I can make this work, I'll do a video too. All right, take care, guys.